It's been almost 3 years since the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and the political and economic scenery in much of Europe changed. One of the countries taking a hit, Germany. The country had for years banked on Russian gas to power its industry, and it struggled to replace this supply when gas deliveries were banned under EU sanctions. But Germans eventually succeeded, replacing Russian deliveries with natural gas from Norway and LNG from the United States. And now some fear this could be a problem once more. Lars Holter is with Deutsche Welle and joins me from Berlin. Lars, what's Germany worried about?
Thanks for having me. Well, I guess the problem is the same that we had before. Germany is once again too dependent on an imported energy source, and especially one with few suppliers. Over the past few years, since we got off Russian gas, Germany got most of its natural gas through a pipeline from Norway, but it also gets tremendous amounts of liquefied natural gas, or LNG, from the United States. It's shipped here and it comes into one of those newly built LNG terminals in German harbors, if it's not landed in Belgium and Netherlands, and then transported to Germany, which also happens. Now, the US LNG currently covers 13.5% of Germany's total gas use. And while that doesn't sound like a critical market share, experts actually say it is, because at peak demand, US LNG is in fact what makes up the difference. Also, if a pipeline from Norway, for example, would malfunction, even only for a short while, the United States is the only supplier that can deliver on short notice and keep the lights on, so to speak. So while Norway is Germany's biggest supplier, the country is also dependent on the US. And that's just not a great situation after we've been too dependent on another country before and obviously paid a high price for it.
So what is Germany's long-term strategy to get out of this pickle?
Well, the current government has so far focused on massively building up the LNG infrastructure, including building more LNG terminals at its harbors. The better the infrastructure, the more deliveries you can receive, and maybe other suppliers can be added at some point. That's the theory. But is that really the way we should go? Probably not, according to the Green Party. They are using this latest round of problems to once again make the case for getting out of fossil energies for two reasons: the environment and the fact that Germany will always depend on others. Instead, they say alternative energies have to be built up more and faster. Now that, of course, is already happening, and renewables are currently covering more than half of Germany's energy use. But there's still room for improvement, and every improvement, every step away from fossil fuels and towards renewables would actually make the German economy more independent and definitely help in the long run.
Lars, thank you. Lars Holter reporting there from Berlin.